So I'm Jimmy Hudson. I'm originally from a town called Memphis, Tennessee. And, Memphis is a cultural melting pot, whether it's music or food or the people in general. And America's classical music is the blues and the bluegrass. And from that formed rock and roll and that formed country music and everything else. But Memphis, being where it is, you had all kinds of different people that would come through from different backgrounds. You had the Baptist church, you had the folks coming up from the cotton fields, and they had their own form of music called blues, and they might hear like a train coming through. And then he had the folks from the mountains coming through with their bluegrass music and stuff like that. So that's what makes Memphis special, and the music that was recorded there that became rock and roll. Like Elvis Presley and Roy Orbison, Jerry Lee. It's a melting pot. So what I always go back to my roots. Memphis is the home of the blues, and what I'm doing here is actually a fairly simple concept. I'm playing the E minor pentatonic, and I'm using these strings right here, which are open, okay? And then I'm going to the open the third fret here, and then open the second fret on these three strings, and then open the third fret here, and then open the third fret here. So the way we read this is your low string, and this is open, and then here's your fret markers. So your sixth string, which is your lowest string, you have open the third fret, and then open the second fret on all these. And then, so what I want to do is I'm going to hit that low E right there. And while that's droning out, I'm kind of trilling with this right here. And then what I did there is I hit this and then open first string and then a bend right here. And then back to the open first string. And then, I might do that twice and bum 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 boom bum 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 boom bum 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 bum. I'm bending that right there. Now, if you notice, I was kind of singing along with it because you've had your voice since you were a baby, and you've only had the guitar for a short part of your life. Even if you're a longtime professional like me, I've been playing most of my life, but I've still had my voice longer, and I still use my voice more. So Sean Lay would always teach us, if you can sing it, you can play it. And that's one of the biggest things that you want to do. You want to shape each note, and you want each note to be musical, and you want it to say something. Music is a language. This is the way that us guitar players talk and communicate. So the next step is I want to add in this note right here, which is the tritone, which is a sharp 4. And the formula for the minor pentatonic is a 1, a flat 3, a 4, a 5, a flat 7, and a 1. This app, y'all, is called Interval Matrix Pro, and it's on the Apple App Store, and it's my app, and I put in all kinds of different, the intervals for all kinds of different scales. It's the most complete scale system that I've ever seen, and it also works on not only just the guitar, but 6, 7, 8 string guitars, all kinds of basses and stuff, piano, any stringed instrument, and then you can do custom instruments and you can do custom intervals, and it has every chord or any scale you could ever think of in any key, and it's so useful, and it's laid out in intervals. And I try to make it affordable for everybody. You got the weekly or the monthly, or you could just buy the program, or you could buy it by the year, or whatever you can afford. I wanted everybody to be able to afford it. So it's on the Apple App Store, Interval Matrix Pro. And so right here we're doing this blues scale. So open to third fret, and then open second fret and third fret. I'm sorry, open first fret and second fret. And then open and second fret. And then open second and third fret. And then open, and then third fret, open third fret. So we have. Now, a lot of this is just visualizing. I want to slide from here to here, so I want to go. So I slid here and I grabbed this note. Now, for the sake of this video, what I'm doing is I'm strictly sticking to from open to 5th fret. And because there's so much we can do here, you know, I want you to get used to. And then something else you can do is, well, I'm standing next to the mountain. I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I'm standing next to the mountain. Chop it down with the edge of my hand. I didn't mean to take up all your pieces. Raise a little sand. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child. So, one of my friends from Memphis that I've known for years, and he's halfway between my age and Sean Lane's age, and of course I was Sean's tech and student for almost 9 years. But Eric Gales, Eric is one of the best players in the world, absolutely, just phenomenal. And it's so hard to figure out what he's doing because he plays a right-handed guitar and he flips it around. And but he loves to do stuff like what I was doing with these chords. Instead of just playing a regular G bar chord and then an A, I'm covering this note, and then I'm covering these two notes, so the 5th string and 3rd string. And I'm letting those open strings ring out, and it gives a really cool, surreal sound right there. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child. And it's really important to practice different techniques like sliding. And then maybe a hammer-on. Maybe a pull-off. And that's called a rake. And then my bends. When I bend, I use my 3rd finger. See, that way I got my 2nd finger, and even this if I need. And that's when I get that thumb over there. And I just love playing this style of blues, you know, if done properly with your amp really loud, man, it just fills up the whole room. And there's just something about that sound, and maybe it's just because I'm from Memphis, but I don't think so, man. It's a magical sound. And I'm using a lot of open E, and I'm just playing that open E minor pentatonic and that open blues scale. And I might straggle up into this area just a little bit, but really, you know, for basic blues and rock playing, this little area is all you need. You can move it up anywhere. And then sometimes I like to come up, you know, if I play something in here, I can play the same scale right here. because the double dots is the same thing as open. Your neck's repeating itself. So maybe I want. Now notice right there, I got real soft. I got real quiet. A couple things that elude most guitar players is dynamics. They want to be loud all the time, but music is a language. You don't yell at people all the time. That's what B.B. King always said. And, sometimes you want to just kind of finesse it. You want to get in there real low, real quiet, like a Barry White or something like that. And then that timing, change that timing up. That's really cool stuff. Anyway, guys, you got to check out this app. It's Interval Matrix Pro. It's on the App Store. Get it. It's amazing. There's a 3-day free trial on there. And then also, I do a lot of in-depth teaching and lessons for only $29 a month at our school. And Sean Lane actually helped us write this curriculum. And it's me and one of Sean Lane's other students that happened to be one of my professors at the Atlanta Institute of Music, Sid Wolf. And we've got this whole system that he helped us develop, and it's taken us 30 years to finally start getting it out. So you got to check that out. It's $29 per month, and it's Skool, skool.com/Sean Lane, and it's amazing stuff. We got something for everybody on every skill level, and it will really help you out. The main thing is we want you to be free mentally. We want you mentally be free and be able to play whatever, and physically we want you to be able to play absolutely anything. And anyway, I'm Jimmy Hudson, and I approve this message.